Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? I'd like to apologize for being so inactive, but my favorite movie of all time, Trolls, its sequel came out in April, and I had to watch it, and ever since then my obsession with Trolls just resurfaced. I just been being really active in the Trolls fandom, even though it's gotten really toxic as of Trolls World Tour. But I will do whatever it takes in my power to change that. But for now, I'm just chilling. And with this newfound obsession I've gotten, I've been able to create a few OCs and even resurface 2 old OCs that I had back in the day. So in this video, I'm going to introduce you guys to my troll OCs. First 2 are going to be drawings that I did, and the rest are going to be Gotcha Life characters, so hope you enjoy. Yeah, I traced these from the first Trolls movie, but I just needed a way to let people know what my OCs look like. So I'm sorry that I can't draw. Okay, so the one I circle is going to be the one we're talking about first, because she's the OC that I gave the first real, in-depth backstory to her. So here we go. This is Shanae. She is the daughter of Cooper and Chanel, and I know it's a weird ship, but I ship it, so please don't come for me. As you can see, she has a weird distinctive mark on her face. That's supposed to represent fire. Yeah. When she was hatched, she had that mark on her face, and no one really knows what it is. But it's not hurting her, so they don't really do anything about it. It's just there. And she's fine with it. So it's all cool. I didn't just come up with the concept for her out of nowhere. No. How I came up with her is I watched Wonder when I was younger, and I thought I had to make an OC based on this kid, Augie. So I did. I gave her a little fur on her face to represent Augie's facial deformities. Since she is Cooper's daughter, that technically kind of makes her the Princess of Funk. So, yeah, that's a whole thing. Imagine her having like a Sophia the First type of thing with being royalty. Because she was technically born into it, but she didn't know until Trolls World Tour, and she was 6 when it happened. So yeah, she's got a lot to learn. But she has nothing to worry about because she has a friend that was born into royalty. Twig, the son of Poppy and Branch. I know. I gave him a basic name. But I was like 10 when I gave him his name, and I don't really want to change it. So Twig is what we're going to have to deal with. And Twig kind of makes sense because he literally is a twig. He's a mini version of Branch. He's hot-headed, and he gets jealous very quickly. Sorry, I got a little cough. But he does have some of Poppy's personality traits. He's also an easygoing, extroverted party animal. Oh yeah, speaking of personality traits, did I forget to mention that Shanae's a daddy's girl? Because when Cooper was about to leave to go find other trolls like him, she was begging him not to go. She even tried to convince him to let her go with him. But of course, he said no and promised her that he would come back. But her mom didn't believe he was going to survive out there by himself, so they snuck on the balloon with Poppy, Branch, Twig, and Biggie. I'm writing a Trolls World Tour OC insert book on Wattpad, and I can imagine one cute scene with these 2 after the Just Sing song is ended. They just see all these different trolls out there, and Shanae is thinking that they're all possible new friends. But Twig, knowing she always had trouble making new friends, didn't really think about it much. Then my other OC, who we're going to be talking about a little bit later, comes up to them nervously and is like, hi. And then Shanae's like all excited that someone's trying to talk to them. And then they just basically go through a little introduction, and then they click. And Twig's just so proud of her. Okay, so the next OC we're going to be talking about is Princess Cordelia of the Techno Trolls. This is King Trolex's daughter, Cordelia. She's a very shy and timid little techno troll. One thing she and Shanae have in common is that they both love to cling to their dads. But with Cordelia, she doesn't really have a choice because her mom is kinda no longer with us. She was a baby when it happened, so she has no memory of her mom. And Trolex has done everything he can within his power to keep his baby girl safe. I mentioned this in the intro chapter of my Trolls World Tour OC insert book, but I'm gonna say it here. When Trolex is imparting, he's teaching Cordelia things she'll need to know when she becomes queen of techno. Like how to work the DJ booth and how to drop the beat. And she actually got to drop the beat in front of the whole techno tribe for the first time in the intro chapter. And when Barb and her barbarians came and took the techno string and all the techno trolls, let's just say she was extremely scared. Especially since she had gotten separated from her dad. They had never been separated for that long time before. And when he got turned into a rock zombie, let's just say she was a mixture of sad and angry. And she wanted to do everything she could to get her dad back. But she couldn't. And at the end of the movie, after Jesse ended, and like I was saying before, she never really wanted to make friends with the other techno kids, but she just saw Shanae and Twig and was like, she wanted to talk to them for some reason. She didn't know. So she did, and they just almost instantly became best friends. Next OC is Rachel. She's a funk troll, and her and Shanae became friends after her Trolls World Tour. How they became friends is that, well, a little backstory. When Trolls Day became a thing and they found out that all the different Troll tribe kids had to go to the same school, Shanae thought she was finally gonna get a break from being ridiculed and bullied for how she looked. She was wrong. Some rock troll kids were bullying her, and Rachel just told them to stop, and they said no. And she just started making empty threats, but they didn't know they were empty threats, so they stopped. And they just became friends. But unfortunately for her, Shanae, after months of being friends, she overhears a conversation that Rachel was having with her funk troll friends, and she was telling them that the only reason she was friends with Shanae because she was a princess, and she knew all those other royal kids. And then Cordelia was with her, and she wasn't having none of this, so she just went up to Rachel and just started yelling at her, calling her a fake friend and so freaking mean. Keep in mind they're 6. But after a little incident happened where Shanae's mom was missing and they couldn't find her, Rachel is the one who's ended up comforting her because she knew what it was like to not have your mom with you. And that she didn't really mean what she said, and her friends were just telling her to be your friend because, you're a princess. But she really did want to be her friend. And so they get back together as friends. But what they didn't know about Rachel is that she was being heavily abused by her father because her mom died trying to save her. And he basically blames her for her mom's death. I'll go more in depth with that in another video. And finally, the last OC we're going to be talking about is Lena. She is Barb and Riff's daughter. Okay, real quick, kind of off topic. It may seem I'm just pulling these names just out of nowhere, but their names actually have meaning to them. Okay, well, not Shanae, Twig, and Rachel. Those names I pulled out of nowhere. But Lena and Cordelia, their names mean something. Lena's name means lion strength or lion heart, while Cordelia's means daughter of the sea. Why I named her Lena is because she's very brave. Like, she is fearless for a little 7-year-old. In fact, this story takes place after Trolls World Tour. One time, her, Cordelia, and Shanae were walking in the woods, and they saw those big trees, and Lena said, I'm gonna climb that. And Cordelia and Shanae tried to get her down, but, she didn't listen, and climbed the tree, and got to the very top, then fell. But don't worry, Shanae caught her. She's still alive. She's cool. She didn't just get her eyes from Riff. She got her amazing drum skills from Riff as well. She's also pretty good at playing the guitar like Barb. And I just realized I don't have a lot to say about her. Sorry. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. But don't worry, I got something really big planned for the next video. It's gonna be, well, I can't tell you. It's a surprise. Anyways, see you next time. Bye!